Tony Khan's major announcement this past Dynamite was actually a good announcement. It was a great announcement. It wasn't all kiddie bullshit where he's like, oh, well, this is going to happen. No, it was a major announcement. We are having the biggest coming of a superstar.
Oh,
Okada? Okada's coming?
I think Mercedes Moné is bigger than Okada.
Are
you listening? Damn.
So, Ace, what was the announcement this past month?
Well, announcement was at the TD Garden. AEW.
Where is that located at?
That is in Boston, Mass.
And who is from Boston?
Sasha Banks.
Okay.
Formerly Sasha Banks.
I was going to say a lot of people are from Boston.
John Cena's from Boston.
Yeah, John.
Maybe, hopefully. But
no, he ain't happy.
The graphic showed up, and it was a clear hint that money makes the world go round. And the Boston's own Mercedes Moné, who has been heavily hinted to join AEW, seems to be on the rise and soon to be joining AEW.
Tony Khan. Sorry, go ahead.
What about the Make It Rain?
I don't think.
The Rainmaker.
Personally, I just don't think that will be for him. I mean, unless they want to do a double promotion and bring them both in. But
I mean, it makes sense because when his intro kicks in, like you hear those coins like raining down. That makes sense. But granted, if it's a double promotion, it's taking the focus off the Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
I mean, so
I wouldn't say that necessarily because it could be one of those things how you had it when you brought Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole in one night.
Oh, they did. So,
it just all depends on how he books the damn thing.
That's true.
So you can make it completely. He says it's an unforgettable night. It can be. We all know Okada and Mercedes. They're good friends. Like you've seen them in the ring together, holding their Japan wrestling belts at the same time. So it's like, hey, this is big business. Business.
So are we all happy that she's coming?
Yeah.
I'm down for it.
I think the AEW women. We talked about this last week. The AEW women's division has been the best division in America today.
I'm sorry, what?
We both agreed with this.
No. I agree.
It's
gotten better.
I said they're getting better.
Yeah, it's getting better.
And this is something, and I will say this. No, they've been struggling for years. You should not ever.
I'm not saying that they've been amazing all the time, but I'm saying recently, they've been better.
No, they've been better, but you just said they were the best.
As of right now.
No, you still do not. When Impact is in the conversation, no. When even the Bailey situation, even the Rhea Ripley, still no. Here's the deal. Have they been trying better? Great. I've been very conflicted now with Mercedes Moné. Like at first, when I was excited, I was like, "Yay, she's coming to AEW." But now I'm like,
What, you think she's gonna come back, wrestle, get injured, and then disappear for a while?
I think that I think it just depends on her run. I think it depends on, she needs to grow.
She does.
I think it's great that Tony Khan is putting all of this effort on her. She does need to grow. Just because you have charisma doesn't equate amazing, powerful promos. She's never done that. She has charisma. She's got, for the most part, she's a good in-ring worker, but it just depends on how she's booked and if she elevates the division or if it's literally just her featuring other women. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what my biggest concern is, because I do not want somebody like Chris Statlander or Willow or Saraya or Ruby to basically fall, or fucking Anna Jay to fall down the cracks. Oh, and then Deanna. Hell, Taya Valkyrie. Okay, yeah, whatever. And Taya, literally, she was a big deal for a while, and then she's kind of like doing a thing with John Morrison now.
Yeah, she's on Ring of Honor now.
Yeah.
But why the fuck is she in Ring of Honor? Why is she not in fucking AEW? Same thing for Athena. You literally got her.
Oh, don't start with Athena.
She's awesome.
Honestly, I think she has with Tony Storm, the best gimmick going on.
Yeah. But here's the deal. Why are we not fucking watching her on Dynamite or on Collision? That's my fucking beef.
Well, in fact, I will say this. Ring of Honor, I would even argue their women's division is better than AEW's in terms of story-wise, because that shit that she had going on with Nyla Rose, I was impressed by that shit. Like what? I almost called her Valkyrie. What Athena is doing is just special, and of course, what Tony Storm is doing is special, and that needs to be extended throughout the entire women's division.
Yeah. My thing is just putting more eyes because you can sit there, but you are a passionate Ring of Honor viewer. Not a lot of people are, and it's pissing me off because a lot of people are missing out on Athena's great character work, and it's things like that that make me really worried about who the hell is going to be like. Fucking Hikaru Shida, like where did she go?
She has visa issues.
Yeah,
that's the situation happening.
Hell, Jamie Hayter, like come on, girl.
She's injured.
Well, Mercedes Moné is coming, and let's see.
I mean, my last tidbit is the division has been better. We've been having more women's matches on Collision. We have storylines on Rampage. We have storylines on Dynamite. There's multiple storylines.
Most of it is on Rampage.
It's happened for the first time.
Yeah, it has, and I think finally Tony has woken up and he's finally putting more effort on women. And
I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna say Madison Rayne is probably doing a lot.
Yeah, I think Madison Rayne is too, and I think it's good. I think this is what we need. But I also feel like as fans, we have to tune in. Now that you are getting these women's matches, you got to show up.
That's true.
You can't just complain and say, I want more. No, you got to show up. If you want more Ring of Honor, you want Athena, tune into Ring of Honor. If you want more, tune into Collision.
Yeah, that's what pisses me off
And
is that
Rampage.
the amount of we want women's wrestling. Yeah, but y'all are the same fuckers that during Forbidden Door, it was Tony Storm versus Hikaru Shida?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or was it Thunder Rosa?
Oh,
It was she fought multiple.
I think it was Shida. No, it was
I don't
Thunder Rosa.
remember.
Pardon me. The first Forbidden Door, where literally everybody fucking left.
Yeah.
That one women's match in that entire card.
Yeah.
And you fucking leave like that. That's so disrespectful.
That's what I'm saying. You have to show up for the women. You can't just say, "Oh, I want more." You have to show up. If you want more women, watch Ring of Honor. Watch their YouTube clips. You got to be there because if you're not there, then Tony and more problem bookers are just not gonna.
They're gonna use the whole you guys aren't tuning in, so because he's done that before.
No.
He did that before.
I see what you're saying, but at the same time, the reason why we're advocating for that being different is because for me at least, in the Ring of Honor card, Athena and Billy Starks is really the best thing going on there.
Yeah,
and everyone else to me is just not interesting there.
I agree.
So I want to see that with my faves in the and the AEW roster. So like with Tony Storm, with I'll take Saraya because Saraya, you can say whatever you want about her wrestling, but I like her obnoxious personality. I know not everyone does. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I do. Julia Hart, Sky Blue.
They had storyline on Rampage this past week. It was Willow and Statlander against Julia Hart came out.
No, Willow
that's
as
what
well.
I want to see.
They came
And
out.
and I felt her absence from All In. She's not going to be at All In if she's going to be in Ring of Honor. Like that's like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to see that. So that's what. That's what.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, I acknowledge your Ring of Honor, critique, but with Rampage, women have been main eventing a lot.
Yeah, that's why I'm advocating
So
for them to be in AEW.
You got to tune in. That's all I'm
Yes,
saying.
we have to tune into Rampage, most of us, since majority of the women are wrestling there.
And I ain't gonna lie,
we can't just chant, because anytime prior, we were chanting, we want women's wrestling, we are chanting for women's wrestling. They see it. But if you are just vacating the seats while there's a women's match going on, I mean, you're basically proving them like, hey, we don't care about it. We have to show up. We have to show our support. And just like Ace said, we got to watch the videos. We got to show the support. As you were saying, Jay.
No, I was just going to say, I only tune into Rampage to watch the women's stuff. So I'm thinking, why don't we just turn Rampage primarily into the focus center for the women with added extra time? So like an hour, 30 minutes, if you don't want to do, if he can't do 2 hours, give it an hour 30. I'm not saying the whole thing has to be a woman's show, but if you're struggling to put them on Dynamite or Collision for some reason, at least they will be there on Rampage, which will always be a packed show since they tie that hoe into Dynamites anyways, and then you can focus strongly on the story there so people can't miss that. Like you won't not be there for that.
Actually,
If you can't,
Sounds good.
I'm saying if he
But they got a
can't,
good story.
he should of course try to do a balance with all the shows, but if he can't, designate out 2 weeks for
ready
that.
for an all like if we do turn Rampage to a women's show, do you think we're ready for an all
So
women's show?
I'm gonna be a
Absolutely.
little. Are we ready? Yeah, but I'm gonna be a little controversial. I don't want that. Here's why. That's gonna basically make people say, "Oh, well, let me not tune in,"
Damn.
because unfortunately, there are people that are still like that. A lot of wrestling fans that are still like that, saying, "We don't really give a fuck," right? Because because they've been conditioned for a while to see women wrestling as bra and panties matches. Oh, they're just walking their boyfriends down the like. That's what they've been conditioned for, right, for years.
Yeah.
And I think that that's gonna give some people an excuse to, I don't want to watch.
Damn.
Because unfortunately, like, let's be realistic. There are some wrestling fans out there, even women, that are like, no, I don't want to watch this, right? And if we put them in one show, that just gives them basically, this is what's gonna happen. Ratings are gonna start going down mysteriously, and people are gonna make the connection of, it's because it's all women. You know what I mean?
That's
Unfortunately, that's where we are, and that would happen even if in WWE that shit would happen there too. Because, I mean, you saw the Royal Rumble. Ain't nobody chanting for like 90 or 80% of those women.
Yeah.
Well, they talked about a reason for that. Like, no, a lot of them, from what I understood, no one really cared for those, except for the ones that are your faves, like your Becky Lynch's, your Jade Cargill's, the return for Naomi, things like that. But for other superstars, they just get no pops, even on the regular show, from what I understand. What you're saying is true, but at the same time, they'll do the same thing, even if they're on the main card. So it's like, how do you balance that out then? Like, how do you,
Equality.
yeah.
I'm being dead ass.
I think that's important. Yeah.
As in, like, equality of you have the same amount of promo time, or you have the same amount of match times, the same amount of matches, that kind of stuff.
okay. Forgive my scuff then. Then yes. Then with that.